Alright, good evening. Today I'll just explain how to make the kitchen compost. How do you compost it? First you have to take one plastic bucket, see, a big one, and you have to put holes, something like 3 or 4 in the bottom and different places and different. This is because to allow air inside. So then what you have to do is you have to try for dry leaves. Say these are the dry leaves, and you have to first layer it. Even you can add some newspaper. If you don't have dry leaves, you can immediately add some newspaper. So newspaper cuttings also. Even this also will be helpful. And after this, you can add soil, whatever is available, or you can add sawdust. See, I am adding sawdust because I brought it from the timber depot, so I have it in sufficient quantity. So I am adding sawdust, one layer, or even you can add cocoa pit. You know, cocoa pit. Even this can be added. So your layer is ready. Now what you have to do is the kitchen waste, whatever it is, the peels, what you cut, vegetable peels, the fruit peels, whatever it is, those type of things. See, even this jam, what I could not eat because of insect. So even that. Actually, we have today. I already added in the in other this one, so I don't have much of waste here. But whatever those things, that cut slices of those things, we have to slice. We have to make it small slices. It should not be a big one. It can be a smaller size. That everything you should cut. And then once you add this, now it is rainy season, monsoon. So what we have to do is we have to add again this dry leaves. Dry leaves of 1:3. Suppose you have the vegetables, fruit pieces, just slices, one quantity, then 3 quantities you have to put this dry leaves. What is the logic is, the compost should not be too wet. It should be moist but not wet. If it is wet, it does not compost that easily. It will take longer time, 4 months, 5 months, and that is not. It does not even compost if it is wet. So you have to do that. And this is first day, and then keep repeating. Tomorrow, if you have a kitchen waste, then tomorrow's days all you can just pour it like that. And then 1:3, then add dry leaves or newspaper, and like that. And once you do this, you can even add buttermilk. Sour buttermilk. You should have a sour buttermilk. Keep some buttermilk, little portion outside for 4 days, and then it will become sour. And then add water in it. Add a little bit of water, buttermilk, and then pour it like that. Just sprinkle on this. Pour it. It will start fermenting. In the first day itself, I can do that. We can do that fermenting, and after that, for every 4 days, you should do that fermenting. Another thing we should not forget is, once this bucket gets filled up, it should not be like that. You see, I have this something like that to stir. I have to stir like that to release that air and all. There should be a lot of air going on inside, so I have to stir. 3-4 days, twice a week we should do this. Twice a week we should do the fermenting. This one is the stir. And then once you have this, then you have to have a stand like this. And you keep it on a stand. You should not keep it on a plain surface. The reason is, I'll show you. And then you should close it. Even in the lid, you should have some holes in it. Water. This is called aerobic composting. So air should go. And why you have to put this stand and one small tub water put. And this water, what you see, this is nothing but that water which has come residue from this bucket 2 days back. So this is also good for plants. If you can add just 50%, 1:1 water and pour it on the plant, that itself is also nutrients to that. So that you should keep it here. And once if you keep it there, it gets, sometimes it comes into the top. I suggest you can take a water bottle, a small water bottle, 1 liter water bottle, and then pour this into that and close it. So that that is also a stock you can utilize sometime. So this is, I think, I have told what we should do. So what we cannot do is see that it is kept not in an open place, not in a, it should be kept it can be kept in the kitchen also, or nearby the kitchen somewhere, so that easily we can go and put all these things. And then it should not be in the open where rain water comes. We should just see that rain does not just go inside. And this dry leaves, everyday dry leaves, why we say this? Because it prevents mosquitoes and all from laying the eggs and all. So that is one. Another thing, only 4 days you can add this compost. You can add a compost, little bit of compost, whatever you can purchase from market, whatever earlier one, or you can add this coco pit or this sawdust. Once in 3 days add like that. So that has a mix, a soil, come wet, come dry, and all, and there is a mix. If you have this WDC, I don't know if you know the WDC, waste decomposter, that's the best one. So waste decomposter, if you just sprinkle, that will help ferment these things. So this is what I could tell about this. So, and another thing, the best advantage is not only for planters and gardeners, this everybody should do. Everybody who does not have a garden also should do. The reason is, we have to save the environment. Because if we throw all this wet garbage also to the garbage, and then the garbage collectors take it and they take in a yard, and they somewhere in a some in a place, and throw all this wet and this one. This adds to global warming also. Lot of helium gases and all will come. This can be avoided, because if even if you don't have a garden, we can do this to save the environment. And even if you don't have a garden, if there is a garden nearby or there is a park nearby, you can just after 2 months, I just forgot to tell you. Once it gets filled up, then you keep it in a separate place and have another bucket ready for it. And this bucket, just 4 or 5 days, just go on 3 or 4 days, just go on stirring, and then you will have a compost, good compost. It's like mud. You won't see any smell and all, and that compost you can add to the plants as per the required quantity. Thank you.